on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gators. So don't say no.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
70, Indy. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Rudolph going to throw again, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Ben Gideon with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Look at me. Go. Big grip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banogu. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
218, chopper.
Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mason Rudolph leading this offense out for their next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He finds his man Johnson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
No. Off. Check 50.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
80 weapon.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Lets it fly for Thielen. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now it's Rudolph. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Rudolph looking to throw it. Washington's got it. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
They have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jet bomber.
Go out. Come on, D.
44.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Let's go.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Hey, Sam off.
Quick dance.
Alert, alert.
Shit. Show it up.
Get it.
Back to the ground, Cook. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Cook running right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Cook. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Go on. 24, check 24. Hit it.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington. 76 yards as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Cook. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Come on,
and on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here I come. Check nickel.
let's go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And an alley to run. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Now they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on fourth and inches. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's caught by Treadwell. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, Don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1 yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line. Spud. Now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Treadwell. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now this throw complete to Washington. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
61, matchbox, lights.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Alert 3. Check 24. Check 24.
Get it.
They run. Cook. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Here we go. 18
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
Joker. He's crashing. He's
Big river.
They run it again with Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Rudolph. And some space here. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now this one complete on the slant route. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Again, it's Rudolph. And Walker has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks and the speed.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get up.
Stephon Diggs! Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs! Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Take 4. Alert flag. Ready?
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Cook stripped, the ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield.
Got it. 61, matchbox right.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And Diggs has it. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. After the sack on first down, Rudolph, and he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. But it's brought in by Washington. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last throw here for Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.